What is your longest-running, most stubborn business boycott?
I worked at Walmart for a month as a teen. They forced me to work overtime and did not pay me. I won some cash back in a class action lawsuit. I refused to spend a dime there. 27 years and counting. Walmart subsidizes their wages with SNAP benefits. They pay their employees so little that they have to use SNAP benefits. They then turn around and shop at Walmart, a leading provider of SNAP food. This essentially pays Walmart back from our tax dollars. I avoid shopping there too.
20 years since a contractor's van overtook me in a dangerous spot while speeding. I've never used their services and never will.
I had a contractor cut me off in a fit of road rage. I called the number on the back of the van and it was his cell phone. He immediately started going off on me over the phone without me even saying a word. I guess it wasn't the first time. I also totally judge a company by the idiots that drive their vehicles. It's probably unfair to the business, but to me, that represents how they treat people.
Hobby Lobby, and there's nothing stubborn about it. DoorDash. Customer service not refunding the tip to a Dasher who stole my dinner doesn't sit right with me. I hate tipping first. Then they deliver to the wrong house and you get a refund often, but you wanted dinner. I use DoorDash a lot less now, almost never, especially combined with knowing there are higher DoorDash prices. KFC is dead to me. Back in 2020, I ordered a coffee via kiosk. They told me they couldn't prepare it because their machine was broken. I said no problem and asked for a refund. They said they could not refund me because I used the kiosk. What? I left a negative review on Google Maps. They reached out to Google and made them delete the review. I promised myself to never ever step my foot in any KFC ever again. It's become a bit of a meme, my girlfriend jokes about it often, that we see strange empty lots when we pass by a KFC.
Qatar Airways. They took all the women off a plane because a live baby was found in the women's toilet, so they gave the women on the flight forced vaginal examinations. It's difficult as an Australian because Qatar probably has the best prices for getting to Europe, but also, screw that. Edit, the child was found in a bin. Terrible for everyone. Edit 2, baby was found alive, abandoned in a bathroom bin. It was a few years ago, so my mind got the story a little confused.
From what I just read, the baby was not stillborn and is still alive. They identified the father and have a warrant for the arrest of the mother, who fled the country after leaving the live baby in the trash in an airport bathroom, and the baby is in care. Passengers from 10 different airplanes and airlines were pulled off planes trying to find the mother before she escaped.
Wells Fargo. They put our rent check through twice, causing everything else to bounce. They wouldn't refund any of the $200 of NSF fees, even though they'd sent us an email that they'd made an error. The email saved us with our other first-of-the-month bill payments, but screw them forever. This was around 2002.
Subway fired me for putting too many olives on a sandwich. Haven't been back in 15 years. AT&T charged me $45 for a collect call to home that was under 3 minutes in 1997. I never paid the bill and will never do business with them again.
I hate AT&T with the fire of 10,000 suns. They kept telling me they could not change my phone plan because the computers are backing up. Then they claimed they did, but didn't. I didn't have a landline phone for a month and used my cell according to my new plan. They billed me $400 for service, which was included in my new plan. My phone died for the second time, Ericsson, in the 3-month span, and they refused to replace it under warranty until I paid the unjust bill. I said no. 7 years later, it had fallen off my credit history, and some stupid person from their collection department called me a year after that, demanding I pay it off. I laughed at him and called him all kinds of names. He eventually hung up. I wouldn't use AT&T if it cured cancer.
AT&T gave me free cable, then accused me of stealing it. There's this pizza place near me that didn't give me the garlic knots I ordered and told me I was lying when I said I didn't receive them. I haven't gone to them for 3 years now because of that. Lol. I have this with the local Qdoba. picked up an order, missing a burrito bowl, called to ask about it, accused of trying to score free food, refused to make it right, never gone to any Qdoba since. In 1984, I was at Denny's and was served a sausage that had clearly been bitten prior to service. The ragged end showed that it had been reheated after the assault. I showed it to the waitress, who treated me like a salad roach scammer. I have not been back to any Denny's since.
Soup Peddler in Austin? I've been boycotting them for 23 years because they told their customers the website I built, using my name, was causing order delays. Only problem was they moved to a different website, made by a different company 2 months prior. They couldn't even be bothered to apologize.
Jimmy John's. I ordered a number 16 Club Lulu with chips and a Coke. No chips or Coke came, and the sandwich was literally just mayo and lettuce, nothing else. I was so mad, I called them to get a refund, and they refused. I have never gone back after they did this to me, and never will.
Jimmy John's is now dead to me.
Enterprise. Someone renting their car crashed into me. They knew I had insurance but repeatedly harassed me personally to not only pay damages but also pay for their lost revenue. And again, they crashed into me, not the other way around. I told them if they called me again, I'd sue. I still use other car rental companies that are part of the same parent company because it's impossible not to, but I'll die before I rent from Enterprise again.
My friend's dad got a multi-million-dollar wrongful termination settlement from them because he wouldn't cook their books the same way Enron did.
Enterprise called me once after I left their facility saying that their tablet never completed my rental agreement, so we'd need to finish checking me in over the phone. They then proceeded to opt me into every add-on that existed, like CDL insurance for the Toyota Camry I took for the weekend. They told me there was nothing they could do, and I haven't entertained their scam since.
I locked my keys and phone in my car while picking up 6 pizzas at Domino's. They would not let me use the phone to call my wife to bring the spare key. I will not go back. It's been 11 years.
That's pretty bad. I parked in front of our nearest Domino's once and went in to pick up. I stood there while 2 employees discussed how ugly they thought my car was. Mine is also a pizza chain. Papa John's delivered an incorrect pizza. It was supposed to be half meat and half plain cheese. It was all meat. I called and they agreed to deliver a correct pizza. No big deal. Mistakes happen. Then they tried to charge me a second delivery fee for the replacement pizza. The delivery driver refused to hand over the replacement pizza. When I called the store, there was no manager or shift leader, or so they claimed. I submitted a complaint and got a call from the franchise owner who said, I still have to pay the delivery driver. That part isn't included in the replacement pizza. You would have to come to the store if you want it completely free. That was in 2015, and I've never eaten Papa John's since.
When I was a teenager, I ordered Domino's. I didn't have a job at the time and felt bad about the tip, so I dumped all my change from a change jar I had into a plastic sandwich bag. I think it was like $7, maybe. When I gave it to the delivery driver, he sat there, picked out all of the quarters, and dumped the rest of the change onto our lawn and walked away. It has been more than 15 years, and I have not ordered a single thing from them since, and I won't until they apologize.
Red Robin. Has to be 13 years now. Coupon for a free birthday burger with purchase of another meal. Let the server know before I even ordered that I had the coupon. When the bill came, I was charged for both meals. I told the server, and she said that the burger was a seasonal item that didn't work with that coupon. Manager backed the server. Okay then, that used to be a go-to easy place with groups of 6 or more. Haven't been back since.
The butcher, a couple of streets away from me. I arrived with the goal of buying some pork cheeks. There were 3 people in front of me, but 5 people ended up being served before me because a couple of regulars arrived and started casually chatting with the staff and ended up being served mid-chat. When my turn arrived, there was literally a big pile of cheeks on top of the counter, an absolute tower of them. I asked for some and they told me that they were all sold out. I really hate these places where you're either part of this weird club or you're treated like garbage.
After they said they were all sold out, did you point to the tower? Sorry, they sucked.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. It really helps. Subscribe for more, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next one.